Hello everyone, and welcome to a new YouTube video thing. Hello, my name is Star, otherwise I'm known as Lady Dead Rabbit. I'm a cosplayer and a gamer, and here on this YouTube channel we focus on all things nerdy. This is episode 20 of my Let's Play of the Witcher series. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to join me in this little endeavor here. Before we get started, I want to let you guys know that I'm actually going to be taking a small hiatus from this video game, just for a couple weeks, just because I come up with some new cosplay ideas and themes and tutorials for this YouTube channel, and I want to kind of focus a little bit on some of my cosplay content, just because I realized that I've been focusing a lot on my gaming side of the channel rather than my cosplay channel, so I want to take some time to kind of focus a little bit more on cosplay. But we will, of course, return and play the rest of this game. I'll just be taking a small break for a couple weeks. But anyhow, enough of that rambling. Let's go ahead and jump right into our episode. We're over in St. Lobiota's hospital. Okay, so where we left off last time, we had just gotten through to talking to the guards who were guarding this prisoner who actually was working for the Salamandra. And we were just about to question them when a bunch of Ramsmeat men, if you happen to remember a couple episodes back, we met a gangster named Ramsmeat, and several of his men just came into the hospital and tried to assassinate the prisoner. And unfortunately, Geralt here was forced to, I mean, you can see their bodies all over here, but we were unfortunately forced to execute them. They did not give us any chance. We just had to kill them. So I think before we ended the last episode, I already looted what I wanted to loot from these bodies, or inventory from what I remember is pretty full. So I'm not really gonna mess too much with these bodies. And besides, we have like a shit ton of money. I mean, we have like, we're pretty good. We're pretty stacked out. So I think I'm just gonna go and question this prisoner to see like what information we can pull up on him. And then we have this arrow over here. Seems like, what quest are we on? Oh, here we are. Seems like we'd probably have to go and talk to Raymond, and then maybe even try and talk to Ramsmeat to figure out why exactly he was trying to assassinate this prisoner here. Because this Salamander prisoner has some really valuable information that we need to extract in order to figure out the whole plot of the Salamandra and then to take them down. Because that's really what the main purpose of this game is just defeating the Salamandra. So we gotta do that. Before we do that, I do want to take a very quick second to kind of talk to you guys about a couple things. In case you aren't already aware, I do have a Depop page. If you don't know what Depop is for whatever reason, it's basically like an online thrift store app. I sell lots of my costumes on there, costumes that I no longer wear. I always put on Depop. I'm like a small to an extra small. So if you want to check out some of the costumes I have for sale on my Depop page, you can definitely go do so. I'm going to have everything linked down below in my link tree. I also have a Patreon page. So becoming a member of my Patreon, which is only like $10 a month, and if you actually join, the first week is completely for free, like you do like a free trial. But it's only $10 a month. You get to see my YouTube videos an entire week before they are publicly released on YouTube. So if that's something you're interested in, then definitely become a member of my Patreon. Other than that, you also get to see a lot of exclusive cosplay photos, and in general just cosplay content. So that's another reason to join my Patreon, so go ahead and do so if that's something you're interested in. And kind of going back to my Depop page, besides selling costumes, I actually recently started making stickers. So here are a couple sticker designs that I've recently come up with, and I'm actually in the process of making some Halloween themed stickers because we are in the month of October, so it's Halloween. Gotta make some Halloween stickers, but anyways, here are two of the sticker designs I came up with. Here's a little Harley Quinn. I don't know if you guys can see her too well, but she's holding like a little heart, and she's very animated and cute. This is definitely one of my personal favorites. And then here is a Batgirl one. I think this one is super adorable, super cute. I'll probably end up cutting it a little bit smaller so it doesn't have all this white here. But yeah, that's another sticker that I'm currently selling, so I'm gonna have a lot more up on my Depop page, so if you like stickers and you're looking for a cute little design, then these are handmade. Check it out. They're only like maybe $1, $2. And if you don't want to buy them from my Depop page, you know, like let's say you don't want to set up a Depop account, you can actually just message me like on Instagram or on like TikTok or whatever, and just let me know that you're interested in buying like my stickers or whatever sticker design you're interested in, and I'll actually sell it to you for cheaper. And then I'll just mail it out to you directly. So, you know, if that's something you're interested in, then, you know, again, my link tree is down below. Other than that, it also has all of my other social medias. As I've mentioned multiple times in the past, I'm mostly active here on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And then all of my social medias kind of have like different content, you know? So like my Instagram focuses a lot on my professional cosplay photo shoots. And then my TikTok is, you know, just like little cosplay skits and stuff, you know? And then obviously here on YouTube is more so long form videos. But yeah, if that's something you guys are super interested in, then like definitely check it out. Anyways, enough rambling. Let's go back into this game. And let's try and talk to this prisoner. Oh. Okay, so the game is not letting us talk to the prisoner. That's fine. I guess we can just go and talk to Raymond. What, is he sleeping?
You, move along.
You are the worst guard ever. No wonder all those guys just stormed on. You asshole.
I know it.
Okay, where is Raymond? There he is. Ooh. Excuse me.
I'm all ears, White Wolf.
So, I got to the prisoner.
He spill anything?
Didn't have time. Ramsmeat's men attacked.
You sure? Strange. Ramsmeat wants Salamandra gone. Unless something I don't know about has occurred.
Javed might have scared him, or paid him off.
Something to check. Did you get anything out of the prisoner?
One word. Kalkstein.
Makes sense. Kalkstein's known to be a talented alchemist. He could be helping Javed with his experiments.
I've met Kalkstein. He didn't look the criminal.
That might be true, but we need to check all our leads. Let's get to work. I'll ask around town, talk to my contacts. You keep an eye on Kalkstein. Gain his trust. Get to know his plans and secrets.
How do you want to proceed?
Patience. This is just like fishing.
I prefer hunting.
Then gain Kalkstein's trust. Do him a favor. Learn something that interests him. You could get him to hire you. And talk to Ramsmeat, but don't overdo it. There's one with a short temper.
Okay. That is right. If I remember correctly, in the last episode, right when we were about to speak to the prisoner, you know, before all those guys came in and we had to kill basically everyone, I think I do remember the prisoner muttering the name Kalkstein. So Personally, I do not believe Kalkstein is the one behind it all, but we do need to investigate all of our leads. Well, let's get the fuck up, Raymond. We gotta talk to you about Kalkstein, apparently.
I'm all ears, White Wolf.
How do you want to proceed?
Patience. This is just like fishing.
I prefer hunting.
Then gain Kalkstein.
Okay, so we already talked to him about that. It's time to talk to Raymond about Kalkstein. I don't even know why this is... Don't need to track that anymore. I guess we could maybe take a small break from, like, the main quest, and we could go and try and do this monster quest. If you happen to remember, several episodes back, we got a quest from a guy in a bar who told us about this abandoned house that has this wine cellar. And in the cellar, there are a bunch of monsters, but there's an incredibly, incredibly rare vintage wine. So we can try and do this. We did try a couple episodes ago, but I think we ended up getting our ass handed to us. Well, actually... No, I think I'll hold off just a little bit longer from doing this quest. Just because we have gotten... I think I've tried a couple different times, and I keep getting my ass beat. So this might be something that we want to wait until later on in the chapter, or maybe even the beginning of the next chapter. So we'll definitely come back and finish this. I have 5 Sephirots. I'm halfway there. Okay, I guess we could go to the swamps and look for the more Sephirots. Before we do that, I do want to rest a bit. And we'll rest till the morning, but I want to do a couple things. I'd like to first check our inventory, see if we have any new books to read. I can't remember if we've picked up anything new. Looks like we haven't read this, so I'll just read that. And I'll just read that, just so we have that in our journal. Okay, I think that's all. Okay, and then we have some glossary updates. We'll just go through and read this real quick. Among the numerous fates of the Nordlings, the most whispered is the cult of Melitelli. The goddess is 3 forms: young girl, woman, and crone. Melitelli is the mother goddess, extending her care over her children. Her following is not solely composed of women. Men pray to her as well. Clerics of Melitelli preach love and peace. They run many hospitals, shelters, and orphanages. Okay. Cults of the Lionhead Spider. Korem Tyr, called the Lionhead Spider, is a cruel deity who expects bloody sacrifices from his worshippers. The cult of the Lionhead Spider is banned, and there are but a few places in the world where adherents can openly declare their faith. Temeria strives to eradicate belief in the Lionhead Spider, and the cultists are tried as murderers. Elves. I feel like we've read about elves before, but yeah, we've definitely read about elves. This must be like an update to the glossary. So if you guys want to reread this, I'll give you a couple seconds just to pause the video and kind of glance over this glossary section. But I think I'll just read the bottom portion. So go ahead and pause in the span of 5 seconds. Okay, and then I'm gonna go down here, and if you want to pause to read the rest of this, go ahead. I'll give you about 5 seconds. Okay, and I'm just gonna read this little bottom paragraph here. because I feel like that's the only update. Elves don't excuse their fates the presence of humans because they think the barbarians would be unable to grasp the philosophical and mystical subtleties. Most humans, on the other hand, don't care about elven beliefs. It is a fact that some elves believe in Dana Mediba, the mother goddess, who seems to be an embodiment of the goddess Militelli. Okay, cool. Kalkstein. Okay, I don't believe I've read Kalkstein's notes before, so we're going to read this together. Here's what I've read from Kalkstein's notes. Compassion. Telorbrith Declan Uvarden. Fortunately, Kalkstein spelled this one out for me. I never would have drawn the link between Levarden and Compassion. Mercy. Kezath Vaska, leader of the brickmakers in the swamp. Now, how does this mercy figure into our relationship? Kingdom. Maled, the sewers beneath Vizima. One of my favorite places. Kalkstein must have had a gnome for an ancestor if he managed to associate sewers with some bit of a book. Understanding power, glory. Vena, Gahireth, Oath, these statues of Militelli, one in the swamps, the other in St. Lobiota's hospital. I have no idea what prayer without faith can possibly mean, but it's worth a try. Foundation. Yeseth, the cave in the swamp. More evidence show that Kalkstein's ancestors were gnomes. A cave in the swamp and the concept of a foundation. I can't make anything of it. We'll see. Victory. Nithautas, the tower sentry. Right. That wasn't hard, except I need to defeat him. Crown. Kethar, destiny. Here, Kalkstein outdid himself. His notes indicate I'll find the last Saphira by chance, for instance, while sitting in the privy or in the roast chicken. I order at the Hairy Bear. An unknown. Destiny will throw it in my hands. Next time I see Kalkstein, I'll ask him if he hides gnomish roots on purpose, fearing racist persecution. Okay, so these notes kind of just tell us where to find these Saphirats, which is really handy. I'm glad I read this because that is the next quest we're going to kind of focus on. We might not be able to complete all of it because from what I remember, some of the things we need to do in order to get the Saphirats are very, very difficult. So, and then I'm obviously not reading tutorial stuff. We have a couple updates in our quest. We'll read those whenever we get to it. But like I said, we're going to focus on this for now. I don't know if we have any updates for characters. We do. Okay, we have an update for Ramsmeet and then also Kalkstein. I'm just going to read the bottom portion. Kalkstein has dealings with Vizima's criminal underworld. Strange company for an alchemist to keep. Okay, and then we're just gonna read the bottom portion of Ramsmeet. Ramsmeet sent his people to St. Lobiota's hospital. His bandits attacked me when I tried to interrogate the prisoner being kept there. And then we have a couple updates in our locations journal. We're gonna read the Mage's Tower. I don't think I've read any of this, so sorry this episode's gonna have a lot of reading. I know, I'm horrible with reading, but we'll do it. The Secret Gates recounts the story of the mage who built the tower in the swamp to erect the building on marshland. The sorcerer has to tame the element of earth and protect the tower with spells. While delving into the secrets of magic, the sorcerer trifled with the forces of nature. The mage was betrayed by his beloved, a magical cataclysm ensued, catastrophe struck, the mage perished, and all his works were sealed in the tower. I'm not going to read this because this is supposed to be Elven, and as we already know, I butcher the Elven language. Is a tome that details a very tangled manner where to look for the Sephiroth, stones which will open the tower in the swamp. The first stone is with a wise person. The second will come with freedom. The third stone is in the possession of someone wealthy, while a merciful person has the fourth. 3 other stones are guarded by a girl, a mother, and an old hag, and they can be obtained through sacrifice and prayer. The 8th Sephiroth is hidden underground in the swamp and guarded by death. The 9th must be obtained by fighting its guardian, while the 10th and final will be a reward for tenaciously seeking the truth. Okay, and I feel like we've already read St. Lobiota's Hospital, so... Oh, I guess we haven't. Never mind then, I'll just read it. The hospital named after the prophet Lebiota was set up in a former temple of Melitele. To this day, a triple-bodied statue of the goddess stands inside. Nurses and novices work there, trying to help those struck by the plague. It is not a pleasant place, filled with the moans and the suffering and the stench of their excursions. Poo-poo, basically. Poo-poo. Those who do not survive the disease, meaning the overwhelming majority, are thrown into a pit behind the hospital. Every once in a while, the bodies are burned to prevent the plague from spreading. Recently, the Order of the Flaming Rose has placed the hospital under its protection. Swamp. Okay, we have definitely read the swamp, I feel like. So I'm just going to read this bottom portion. The misty marshes hide many secrets. For example, it is a small clearing where its statues or powerful gnomes are half buried in the mud of its frozen midstep. One of them is particularly unsettling, towering ominously over its clearing. Okay, and we don't have any monsters, no new formulas, I'm not going to read the ingredients, but I'll just click them just to get rid of these little things. Okay, we already read all this. Perfect, okay. So, yeah, I am going to, let's see, do I have any points? I do have some points. Okay, if you guys, any of you guys out there have any good suggestions on, like, what kind of build I should go for Geralt in this game, then please let me know, because I am horrible, absolutely horrible when it comes to building characters in video games. I don't know why, I always make the wrong decision. So that would certainly help me. I know I've played this game before. I played this game a couple different times, but I'm still really bad at building. So I'm just gonna kind of randomly choose what I want to put these points into. And in the future, if you guys have any better suggestions, just reach out to me, comment down below, and just let me know like what I should be putting my points into, and I'll definitely do it. Because I have no idea how I want to build Geralt, so let's just go into strength. Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to do that. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. And we do have some potions we can make. I think I would like to make some more swallow. That's good for now. I can't really make anything else, but that's okay. And okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and just meditate. Okay, perfect. Yep, and I'm gonna go ahead and do like a little save. I'm gonna save right here. Just because. Just in case we need to go back for any reason. But yeah, before we go and search for the more Sephiroths, our inventory is actually full. So I do want to go ahead and I want to go over to the merchants down the street and I want to sell some things. I also want to put some things in our storage. Before I do that, I gotta use the bathroom because this coffee is making me go poo-poo, so I'll be right back. Oh, I am back. I am back. Thank you for bearing with me. That was unbearable. Goodness. Okay, let's go ahead and head over and sell our junk. I also, before we go to the swamp, we have this talisman. I completely forgot we had this, but this is supposed to help repel drowners. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that shit on, because I don't want to fucking mess with drowners. But other than that, let's see if we can find maybe a blacksmith to sell this dagger and this fucking heavy club, because we've been carrying around these two things forever, and I don't see a point in carrying them around if we're not going to use them.
As Balcony says, the only good elves are dead.
Did you see the Grandmaster?
My, what a sight!
Okay, so we have this armor here, and then we have this merchant for the Order of the Flaming Rose. From what I saw, they're kind of the only people we can sell to on the map. At least as far as I'm aware. So we're gonna try and see if we can work with them.
Are you the one Siegfried spoke of?
Siegfried, the knight from the sewers?
It is you. That cockatrice troubled us for ages. I heard it was a hard fight.
She was young and fell quickly.
What's your business?
Oh, cool. He's actually very friendly.
Will you sell me your wares?
I only work for Friends of
what?
the Order.
Buy.
Okay, so he won't sell to us. Let's talk to him some more, though.
Need anything?
When did you join the Order?
A while ago. My father was an armorer, and I after him.
What does the Order do in Vizima?
We help fight the plague, keep the peace, and fight monsters.
Plenty of work.
We protect the people and bear the light of the
Okay,
eternally
well,
flaming
I guess
rose.
he won't sell to me unless I become a friend of the Order. I feel like we're already a friend of the Order, though. Like, we defeated the cockatrice in the sewer. Like, Siegfried probably would have died if he would have tried and fought that by himself, so... But whatever.
Buy.
Let's just go to the sewers, I guess. Or not the sewers, but let's go to the swamps. Okay,
Yes?
yeah, I think in the notes of Kalkstein, I'm such an idiot. Last episode, or maybe the episode before last, I went around looking for the Sephiroth. I thought it would be something that was hiding kind of in plain sight, kind of like it was with the Lebiota Melitelli statue in the hospital, but I guess he has it.
I seek the Sephiroth stones. I haven't yet located them all. I thought you might know such art and oddities.
I once purchased one for its magical potential, which turned out false. And I paid a mage a costly sum for the examination.
Then would you sell it to me?
Sell my Tipparath? I'm rather fond of it.
I'll give you a good price.
500 orns?
I didn't think it was worth so much. but all right.
I wear Tipperath as an amulet. We
Okay,
can
I
deal
guess
right now.
I'll just buy it now.
I have 500 orens, though it's quite a price to pay for a stone.
I sadly relinquish it, but my reputation would suffer, as would my business if I did not deal. The Sephira is
Okay,
yours.
well, we have that. Okay, let me see if I
Yes?
can sell you some shit. I cannot. Damn. Damn! We're broke. Oh my god, we're broke now, guys. Oh no. Well, at least we got it. Okay, so I found the Sephiroth, just 4 more to go. Okay, let's see. Okay, now we do need to go to the swamps. So let's just go ahead and head on down.
Transport services.
Take me to the...
Times.
Let's just follow the red arrow. And, who the hell are you? Fisherman.
More bites here than on the dike.
Caught anything?
I'll say, a basket of fresh fish.
How about a taste?
I might have some fried perch
I
left.
can just buy them some fish. I don't want to buy any fish. Cool, though. Okay. Anyways, let's follow this red arrow and see where it leads us. And hopefully this little drowner talisman will actually work. I hope it's not just like a fake and we got scammed. Oh. It's leading us to this hut? Actually, it's leading us to this hut. Door to Vasca's house? Oh, I remember. I remember us talking to, I think it was Gramps, or maybe we read it somewhere in our journal. But Vasca is like an old woman who's kind of like the leader of the brickmakers, this little brickmaker village, which is interesting. We've been meaning to talk to her, so cool. Whoa, look at this statue. Wow, it definitely looks like some kind of like octopus, kind of like, I don't know, Cthulhu with like tits. It's basically Cthulhu with boobs. Man, I love The Witcher, but let's see where Vasca is. Doesn't look like she's home. Let's steal her shit. I'm gonna take your watermelon, lady. Okay, let's look around the village to see if we can find an old woman. Oh, there she is right here, okay.
More elves in the area. I fear they plan some ill.
A traveller from distant lands. He has lost something he now seeks.
What shall I call you?
Vasca, the village eldress.
Geralt. Witcher. What do the villagers do?
We mine clay and produce bricks.
I see none working.
Hard times. Speak. What do witches do?
We solve problems.
Want to ask
Okay, so
something?
we can like trade with her. Let's see what good she has. Okay, so she just has like basic foods and stuff. Does she have any like good alcohol? Okay, let's go ahead and get stock up a little bit on some alcohol for our potions. I think that's good for that. Before we actually talk to Vasca more, I think this is actually where I'm going to end today's episode. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I'm actually going to take a couple weeks off from playing the series just to focus a little bit more on like cosplay tutorials and cosplay related videos here on YouTube. But thank you all so much for joining me for this episode. If you like this video, of course, go ahead and hit that like button, as well as share it with a friend so we can kind of grow overall as a channel. And if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date with all of the new YouTube videos I come up with. Unless, of course, you want to become a member of my Patreon, which, as I already mentioned, you can do so down below through the link tree that I have posted. Other than that, thank you all so much again for watching this video. I hope to see you guys next week with my next video. And yeah, just let me know your thoughts and opinions, and if you have any good suggestions for moving forward with this playthrough. But I'm gonna go ahead and end things here. Bye-bye.